Hello Internet! For today's Pokemon Showdown we're going to be using a slightly more serious team than the one we used on Tuesday with that, what was it, Trick or Treat and all the rest of it. That was really fun though, go and watch that video if you haven't seen it already. This one is a team that's been kicking around a little bit, a few players have been using it. Chris, Corio over here in the UK and Raf as well have been using teams similar to like this, similar to this, with some success as well. So I think I'll just give it a go. Why not? Let's throw some Pokemon out, see if we can. That's an interesting team. See if we can see how it works. I mean, it looks all Volt Switchy with Volt Switch and it's Volt Switch, isn't it? Yeah, Volt Switch and U-turn. So Evoltal is nice as well. Evoltal does look nice here actually. It looks very nice. I'm gonna go Manectric and Evoltal. And you might Trick Room as well, so Ferrothorn also looks very nice here. And I suppose Kyogre as well. You can't turn your nose up at your second restricted Pokemon if you're having thoughts about what to take, can you? So let's see how it goes. Espeon Mawile. That Espeon must have Trick Room. That is surely Trick Room. He might protect the Espeon, play rough the Evoltal. He will be intimidated though. So, I'll Volt Switch the Mawile and put Ferrothorn in. Because if he protects his Espeon, I can bring Evoltal back in from the Volt Switch. If he does Trick Room, I've got my Ferrothorn out and I'm pretty happy. So, we'll see how this plays out. He's not protecting his Mawile. He's probably just going for a play rough on the Ferrothorn, surely. So, I'll put my own Evoltal back in here. Yeah, play rough onto my Ferrothorn. Evoltal Wars. Although his Evoltal is intimidated. Evoltal can learn Heat Wave, so there is that. But how likely is that? Probably not very likely. You might just foul play my Ferrothorn here. Ferrothorn is potentially quite important, so I think I want to keep it pretty safe. But Evoltal does threaten my Kyogre, and it's nowhere near Volt Switch range from Manectric. So I think I'll use Knock Off on Evoltal and Protect here. Okay, so he tries to double target on my Ferrothorn. Yeah, he didn't play rough my Evoltal there, and I get, yeah, good. I knock off his Life Orb. Yeah, my Ferrothorn is important here. So I'm glad I protected on that double target. Now though, I think we'll put Manectric back in. Another Intimidate. His Evoltal does look like it's physical, so he'll be at -2, and I think we'll Leech Seed the Mawile, just because he might double target my Ferrothorn again. Oh, he play roughs the Manectric. Okay, so even at -2, that does a lot of damage to Manectric actually, and he is bound to have Sucker Punch here. So, now, it didn't go too good, did it? But we're free to Leech Seed the Evoltal here, unless he switched it into his Espeon, but he doesn't. Sucker Punch fails, we hit our Leech Seed, which is good. Ferrothorn's back to full. So yeah, we suspect, right, he does have Sucker Punch there. So now, well, the Sucker Punch is quite obvious, isn't it? Now, I think we're going to put Kyogre in and Gyro Ball his Evoltal. Yeah, he tried Sucker Punching again. So his Evoltal is gone now. And he does Trick Room, which is okay, because we've got Ferrothorn in here. So he's got Mawile, and his last is probably Kyogre. Oh, it's Breloom. Good old Breloom. Okay. So I'm going to get an Intimidate here, because this Breloom is probably Brave. Which means, if it's got Superpower, it can potentially one-shot my Ferrothorn. So I'm going to intimidate it and just protect here. If he goes for a Bullet Seed on my Manectric, then, you know, good for him. But no, he has Force Palm. What even is Force Palm? Force Palm. Base 60, so that's nice with Technician. And 30% chance to Paralyze for Trick Room, which is interesting. Okay. Yeah, that would have done a lot of damage, actually. Yeah, a lot of damage. He's intimidated now, though, so that is good, but... I think I'm just going to attack with both of my Pokemon this turn. If I lose my Manectric, which I probably am going to, then at least I'm getting some damage on the Breloom. If he double targets the Ferrothorn, then I get the free Flamethrower. I should survive a single attack, so I'm going to Leech Seed the Mawile here. Just to... Okay, so I don't mind that. I should survive this Force Palm. Yeah. Yeah, survive that, no problem. And we're recovering back as well now. So my Yveltal does have Sucker Punch as well. So I could Sucker Punch his Mawile, but he could Sucker Punch me as well. We're not in the greatest of positions, have to say. But not the worst of positions. He's got the Espeon in the back, which does not really like facing off against either of these. So, how shall we go about this? I mean, if that is a slow Breloom, a Gyro Ball is not like you're probably screaming, just Gyro Ball the Breloom. But if that is a slow Breloom, which it probably is, then Gyro Ball will do like, I don't know, 40%. Excuse me, like, you know, 40, 50%. It won't do that much. We'll put Kyogre in. And just double protect, I think. He might switch the Mawile out into Espeon. If he does, it gives my Ferrothorn another target, basically. I get a free turn of leftovers here as well. So, I don't think there's too much to lose from this double protect. Yeah, he tries to Sucker Punch and Force Palm the Ferrothorn. And now... Well, now, I'm just going to Ice Beam the Breloom and try and Leech Seed the Mawile again. No, because if he switches into Espeon, then it's a wasted turn. I'm just thinking of getting around the Sucker Punch, really. I'm going to Ice Beam the Breloom, and I will just... I don't know, I don't want to get... Sucker Punched. A Sucker Punch and a Force Palm probably will knock my Ferrothorn out. So we'll just... I don't know. This is tricky now. We'll try and protect. Yeah, he did switch to Espeon now. Espeon's obviously got... ooh. Damn. Espeon's obviously got Magic Bounce, so I can't just Leech Seed that. Okay, well, he got me there. Fair enough. So we can wake up this turn, so I can at least try and Ice Beam the Breloom again, and I have got a free Protect again, so I could do that, or I will try and Gyro Ball the Espeon here. Yeah, that worked out for us. Kyogre has got... Wow, that one-shots the Espeon. Wow. That Espeon must be pretty fast then. Because surely a slow, bulky Trick Room Espeon is slow and bulky. Surely. Apparently not. We have lost the seeds, though. Kyogre's got a 50-50 if it wakes up here. But the Breloom isn't intimidated anymore. So this is not good anymore. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, not good at all, actually. I'll try and Ice Beam the Breloom, and I'll try and Leech Seed the Mawile. Yeah, he double targets the Kyogre there. Hopefully this Leech Seed hits. Which it does. Okay, so we're back to almost full with Ferrothorn. We're not 12. Oh, I missing something? Did we not recover with leftovers that turn? We haven't been knocked off, have we? Anyway. Oh, we're in Magic Room. What on earth? What? Espeon used Magic Room. That's why there's no leftovers. Espeon used Magic Room. I thought that was Trick Room. I just saw the showdown animation and thought it was Trick Room. Okay. Well, that means we can't use our items anymore. I don't mind that too much. So I'll just go for a foul play Gyro Ball then. Okay, Magic Room Espeon. That was weird. It did have Trick Room as well, yeah. Trick Room and Magic Room. Well, there you go. That's a first for you. Yeah, and this should knock the Brillium out. Or it doesn't, okay. Well, you know, either way, the Iron Barbs will make sure we win this game, so... That's a really long game one. Like, we are over 11 minutes in, and that has just been one game. Okay, well, there you go. You've seen Magic Room being used now, so we'll search for another game. That was quite interesting, actually. A different sort of style of team to what I normally use. You know, not really very RNG heavy at all. Very solid, very, I don't know, sort of switchy, if you know what I mean. But this is the Big 16 with an Aerodactyl, which is quite nice. I like Aerodactyl. Mega Aerodactyl is faster than Mega Manectric as well, which is a bit unfortunate. But we're going to go with Crobat Manectric and Kyogre and Ferrothorn, I think. We're not going to take Yveltal here, just because the Xerneas could be an issue. The Smeargle, you know, I might have seen this before. I think the Smeargle is Choice Scarfed. So I'm going to go for a Tailwind. And... I could Protect to be safe, but... Now I'm going to try and Volt Switch on his Smeargle. The Intimidate will mean the Rock Slide isn't doing too much. He does just go straight for a Dark Void. So he was Scarfed. And he's got Unnerve, hasn't he? Unnerve Aerodactyl. That's nice. That's really nice. I tip my hat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like that. That's good. It does mean that we can just wake up this turn now. So we're going to try and Tailwind ourselves. And again, try and Volt Switch on the Smeargle, maybe? No, on the Aerodactyl. Okay, so we wake up, and we get our own... No, we don't. What? What just happened? Like, am I losing my mind here? So the Smeargle is Scarfed. He gets his Tailwind. Then this next turn... Ha! That's funny. That is really nice. This next turn, because he switched his Aerodactyl out, the Unnerve isn't there anymore, so I wake up straight away and then get put back to sleep again. That is really nice. I do appreciate that. That is fantastic. I like that a lot, actually. That is really nice. Yeah, I can definitely appreciate that. So we're going to taunt the Smeargle and Protect here, I think. Because he's bound to Dark Void. He has got the accuracy boost. And yeah, unfortunately there wasn't really anything we could do about that. We do stay asleep as well. So, woke up. Crobat fell asleep. Crobat's fast asleep. This is testing my brain, this game. Right, so we've got a 50-50 chance if we wake up with Crobat here. So we're going to try and taunt the Smeargle again and he's probably going to Dark Void again, unfortunately. So maybe I want to keep my Ferrothorn awake. Maybe we'll put Manectric back in, just as sort of sleep fodder, I guess. Or death fodder, whatever. Hopefully we wake up. No, we don't wake up. Well, we've been picked apart here by a really nice... I liked that Aerodactyl, that Unnerved. That's nice. I might try, you know, play around with that. That worked out really nice, because that just gets around Crobat with Scarf Smeargle. I suppose you have to use Scarf Smeargle to use that. So here's a tip for you. If you see Aerodactyl and Smeargle together, the Smeargle I would say, most definitely is Scarfed. So, tip. There you go. He can't miss... No, he can't miss his Dark Void. He has got the accuracy boost. Crobat is going to get knocked out, even by a Dazzling Gleam here, so there's not much we can do here. So we'll end this game pretty quickly. Yeah, we're asleep, whatever. And we'll go into a third game, seeing as the first game was so quick, that second game was pretty... the first game was so slow, rather. The second game was pretty quick. So we've got a similar-ish sort of team, but this looks a bit more Gravity, Trick Room. So how does this team deal with this? Like, Yveltal looks really nice here to stop the Kangaskhan and Meowstic, but the Xerneas is always threatening. Always threatening. I think Crobat, Yveltal, Ferrothorn, Kyogre might be nice here. Just hoping he doesn't lead with the Xerneas, which he doesn't do, which is nice. Yveltal's a nice lead here, then, it seems. I'm gonna Super Fang and Foul Play the Groudon. If he fakes out, then he fakes out. Oh, that critical hit isn't very nice, though. I'm just hoping if he does have Eruption, which he does, then yeah, I needed to prevent some of that damage there. But that fake out critical hit might not look like much, but I don't know. Maybe our Yveltal is probably in Sucker Punch range now, so that isn't good. Yeah, not good at all. I don't know, we could Tailwind Twitch in Kyogre, but the Kangaskhan is a threat still. He might Sucker Punch. I think he might Sucker Punch. No, there's no reason for him to Sucker Punch. So we'll Tailwind to protect. He did Sucker Punch. Maybe he was Sucker Punching my Crobat. Dunno. Okay. Well, I'll bring in Kyogre now then. And I'm sure he's going to be Sucker Punching my Yveltal. I'm sure he will. So I'm going to Water Spout and Sucker Punch him. We're in Tailwind. We're faster now. He's got Protect. Okay. Meowstic probably is going to go down. And now he gets a free switch back into his Groudon. Okay. Not good. Not good. Yeah, that's annoying now. I'm going to put Ferrothorn in and Sucker Punch his Groudon. If Eruption is his only fire move... Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to put Kyogre back in and Sucker Punch his Kangaskhan. Which does knock it out with a Life Orb. Yeah, I suspected it might. I like that. And because this Kyogre is so bulky as well, it does actually not take too much from that. Because we preserved Ferrothorn somewhat, we're looking okay, but I don't know, I'm not as comfortable as I'd like to be honest. Yveltal and Xerneas probably speed tie here as well. This Yveltal is max speed, so if his Xerneas attacks first, I mean, he might protect his Groudon here. I'm thinking about getting the knockout onto his Groudon. There's two potential speed ties here, so not brilliant. But if I knock out the Groudon, then I'm looking okay. He might protect his Groudon though. I think he might protect his Groudon. I'm going to Scold the Groudon and knock off. Hope I win the speed tie, just so we can't Geomancy. Yeah, he did protect the Groudon. He won the speed tie. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate because the Kyogre is in Moonblast range now, so he's going to Moonblast. So I'm going to protect, and a Gyro Ball won't knock out his Xerneas because he hasn't Geomancied. So I'm going to Leech Seed his Groudon. Moonblast, probably Precipice Blades. Yeah. 35%, so we can survive another one. But, yeah, he just needs to Moonblast my Kyogre and knock it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I won't survive that. Yeah. Yeah, we don't survive it. And a full power, Earth power, okay. Woo, a critical hit. A critical hit. Okay, so we'll protect. I still think we've lost the game because that Earth power did a lot of damage. He isn't intimidated either, so a single target Precipice Blades will do. Oh, it's going to be close. It is going to be close. Earth power survives. And we knock him out. Wow. I thought we'd lost that game. I was almost certain we'd lost that game. Because, I mean, it came down to the turn where the Yveltal and Xerneas speed tied. It turns out Ferrothorn has been eating spinach. This one has been. So we actually did get that critical hit. We knocked out the Xerneas with the Gyro Ball. But if we won the speed tie with the knockoff, then actually maybe that wouldn't have mattered so much. Maybe I should have, I don't know. Either way, we got a bit lucky in this game. It's about time that we get a bit lucky, isn't it? So thanks a lot for watching this, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. Tomorrow will be Friday, and you will be watching the last Battle Spot video with the Gravity team. So I hope you enjoy that. Please don't be sick of it. Appreciate it is the only team that I've got really on my DS. So it's all I could be using, but I've enjoyed using it, and tomorrow we've got a nice little swan song for it as well. So thanks for watching this, guys. Please like and share, do all the nice things you can do, and goodbye for now.